So just like we had an explicit formula for arithmetic sequences, we also have an explicit formula for geometric sequences. And we use this formula if we're wanting to find some term that's way off in the sequence. So like if we're wanting to find the 72nd term, we can use this formula to easily find it without having to do what we did in the previous video of multiplying by a certain ratio however many times. And so it's really similar to the setup for arithmetic in that the AN term just stands for your nth term. A1 is your first term. R is your common ratio. And your N is the number term, or term number. Let's say that. So let's go through some examples of actually finding the nth term. So I have 6, 12, 24, 48, and I want to find the 12th term. Well, I know this is geometric, and I can find my common ratio by taking that second term and dividing it by the first. And 12 divided by 6, I get 2. So I have that R is equal to 2. And then I know that A1 is just my first term, which is equal to 6. And I know my explicit formula is AN is equal to A1 R to the n minus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and plug all of this in for my explicit formula. So AN is equal to A1, which is 6, times R, which is 2, to the n minus 1. But it's wanting me to find my 12th term, so that means that n is equal to 12. So now I'm going to plug in 12 wherever I see an n. So I have A12 is equal to 6 times 2 to the 12 minus 1, which is equal to 6 times 2 to the 11th. And now here I'm going to go over to Desmos. And so if I'm at desmos.com/calculator, I have 6. I put parentheses 2. And then to get that exponent button, you can click on this A to the B, or you can do Shift 6. And I'm going to put 11. And so I get that this answer comes out to be 12,288. Okay, let's try another one. So I have 243, 81, 27, 9. Now I want to find the 15th term. So I know that my first term, A1, is 243. And then R is going to equal to my second term divided by my first term. And then I want to go ahead and reduce that. And you can actually do that on Desmos. So if I put 81/243, you'll get this long decimal. But I can change that to a fraction by hitting this fraction button. And so I see that my common ratio is 1/3. And so that means that my explicit formula is AN is equal to my first term, 243, parentheses my ratio, which is R, to the n minus 1. But I want to find the 15th term, so that means that n is equal to 15. So I get that A15 is equal to 243 times 1/3 to the 15 minus 1. So 243 to the 14th. And so putting that over in Desmos, I have 243, 1/3 to the 14th. It's going to give me a really long decimal, but I'm going to go ahead and change that to fraction form. And so I get 1/19,683. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try to do number 3 on your own. When you think you have it, go ahead and press play. So the answer that you should have gotten for number 3 was negative 262,144.